signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else!
That episode of Family Guy aired 10 years ago. The episode itself has been widely forgotten, but the Stereotypes certainly hasn't. Is this just a case of people being stereotypical assholes, or is it actually well-deserved?
Did you look where you were going when you turned there?
No.
Hi there, my name's Danhua. Are Asians really bad drivers? Is there truth to this stereotype, and is it backed up by statistics? Whenever the subject of Asians and driving comes up, people always bring up how small our eyes are. Many people assume that since Asian people's eyes are smaller, their vision must also be worse. Asian people do not have smaller eyes. Asian people's eyes simply seem smaller because of an extra skin fold called the epicanthal fold. The physical size of an Asian person's eyes is the same as any other race. Some ophthalmology studies have also concluded that there are no significant differences between white people and Asian people in terms of peripheral vision. I have the same amount of peripheral vision as you big-eyed races. If I do this, my vision is not suddenly doubled. So it's not Asian people's vision. Are Asian people just untalented at driving the cars that they made? If you look at car fatalities, you will see that many Asian countries have a higher rate of fatalities compared to Western countries. For example, the United States has around 10.5 traffic deaths per 100,000 people. Meanwhile, China has almost 19 deaths per 100,000 people. However, what most people don't think about is the fact that many Asian countries are still considered developing countries. Singapore, Japan, and South Korea all have very low fatality rates because they are, in fact, developed countries. Generally speaking, developed countries have an easier time enforcing the traffic laws that they actually have. According to the NHTSA, Asian people between the years of 1999 and 2006 had the lowest fatality rate of any race. So are Asian people just harder to kill? According to the NHTSA, Asian drivers were far more likely to have lower levels of alcohol in their system and higher chances of having no alcohol in their system whatsoever. Here is a list of the 10 most dangerous states to drive in the United States. Every single one of these states has extremely low populations of Asian people. In fact, Asian people don't even account for 3% of any of these states' populations. Mississippi and Montana, the two most dangerous states to drive in, are both tied at 1.1% for their Asian population. Now, there's a few reasons why this stereotype probably isn't going away anytime soon. It's a stereotype, and when stereotypes exist, people look for them. We don't care about when Asian people drive well, we only remember the times when they drove like shit. In order to understand this stereotype, you have to understand a little bit more about Asian people. Now, if you know anything about Asians, you know that there's a lot of fucking Asians. And overpopulation can lead to a lot of different problems. The easiest one to see is the selfishness that it creates. When you live in a country like China, where villages are more populated than European countries, it gets kind of difficult not to be a selfish dick. When you live in a country that overpopulated, your first priority is to just get to where you need to go. People are incredibly selfish because they live in a society where everybody is easily replaceable. Asian countries have road laws, it's just much more difficult to enforce on that number of people. So road laws are more of a religion than anything else, in that it's up to your own interpretation of them. Stop signs don't really exist, and if they do exist, they're more like suggestions. Vehicles have right-of-way, not pedestrians. And red lights? Red lights are only red if there's a traffic cam next to the red light. A few years back, a video went viral of a Chinese bus driver who got into a crash after he backed up on a fucking highway. Who the fuck backs up on a fucking highway, you may ask? Well, a lot of Chinese drivers, actually. You would be surprised at the number of drivers who actually back up on the fucking highway because they took a wrong turn.
We are on the freeway, and our taxi driver
has decided that Will gave him the worst
directions. So he decided to make a U-turn on the freeway, and we're riding on the shoulder in the fast lane against traffic.
And we're coming off the shoulder into the so-called left lane.
This is what they do here.
Now we have no verb.
Oh my god! We're gonna get killed. But Why wouldn't he have just gotten off at an exit and turned around and gotten back on, going the other way, not against traffic?
出口就不方便。
This applies to any country without well-regulated road rules, but if you're a tourist in one of those countries and you want to drive around in a country where they do have well-regulated road rules, it is really easy for you to pick up a temporary license and drive around for a certain period of time. In most places, you don't have to take a road test, a written test, or you just pay a little fee and you're on your way to go. If our governments made Chinese tourists take road tests, that means we would make less money off of them. That means we would be prioritizing the safety of our citizens over making money off Chinese tourists. Obviously, we can't do that, then that means the Chinese would win. When Asian immigrants come over here, that is not to say that we don't follow the law. We're not just running through red lights and pedestrians. However, it can be difficult to change people's driving habits, especially when it comes to things that are technically not illegal. Cutting someone off? Technically not illegal. A dick thing to do? Yeah, but, still not illegal. There needs to be a question on every single written test that asks, is cutting someone off a dick move in a developed country? Hey guys, thanks for watching. I didn't really feel like doing League this week, so I decided to do Asian instead. Let me know how you guys like it, and let me know if you would like to see more videos like this. And, yeah, follow me on all my shit and have a good day.